Wow. We're expecting oh, no. 2 bars says you're not pregnant. Whoo, that was a close one. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to JBuck Studios, your home for reviews, reactions, and of course, ridiculousness. And I was able to check out a Hulu movie a little bit early, coming out this Friday. This weekend, people, get excited, and it is, it's a trippy one called False Positive. Lucy and Adrian find their dream fertility doctor, but after becoming pregnant, Lucy begins to notice something sinister behind the doctor's charm. So is this new Ilana Glazer movie one that is gonna creep you out? Let's find out. But before I get into my thoughts, let me know what your thoughts are. If you've already seen this movie, looking forward to it, gonna cuddle up and make this a creepy, scary date night movie, let me know in the comments down below. Now, let's get into some of the good. False Positive. Right off the bat, I think the biggest thing is the kind of creep, tension, feeling throughout this movie of essentially taking this material and framing it in a way that is very much terrifying. Honestly, for women expecting mothers, this one is going to be a lot more terrifying than it probably was to myself. But that being said, when I was watching it and whatnot, there was definitely that kind of creep factor, that kind of eerie, that trippy, the kind of, oh God, I do not want this to be happening at all feeling. So they were able to nail that kind of tone throughout this movie of really taking kind of this theme or this idea of an expecting couple, an expecting mother, and the things that an expecting mother would go through, essentially different kind of body changes, the different mood swings and whatnot, how it is going in and kind of having a checkup, especially if your gynecologist or person that is going to be delivering the baby is a male, along with even kind of a career path aesthetic and whatnot of, hey, what happens to your kind of career or boss when they find out that you are going to be pregnant and essentially going to be out for months and whatnot. So they took all of these kind of real life aspects, but then framed them in this really terrifying and traumatic way and whatnot. So I loved how they really kind of took this idea and kind of made the horrors that are associated with it kind of at the forefront of this movie. So I mean, it's creepy for sure. But I think the other component here that really landed for myself, that kept me around essentially, was the performances. Justin Theroux, Pierce Brosnan, you know, these men at work essentially, not the band. You come from a land down under. But them on the screen, I thought that they very much held their own, and the way that they kind of give off this exterior kind of gravitas, if you will, but very much have a sinister, dark side to them. You're like, can I trust these people? Do they have alternative motives? What exactly is going on here? So I think both of them very much landed their parts, but Ilana Glazer, by far the standout, the spotlight of this movie. Not only did she co-write this movie, but she was the main lead or the lead in this film, and I thought that she did a wonderful job of really kind of leading us through, but giving this kind of delusional performance of happy, sad, upset, not knowing what exactly is going on and whatnot. So I love the kind of different emotions that she put into this role of literally kind of seeing the bright light, the glimmer in her eye, and then 10 seconds later seeing the darkness and the dread of essentially hearing what she might not want to have heard, or seeing something that she did not want to see at all. So I think that she is the center point, the standout in this movie. Plus, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't even recognize her for about 30 minutes because I was so used to what she looks like in Broad City with kind of the curly hair and whatnot. So even that of finding out, oh, who is this actress, and being blown away and surprised, because I'm familiar with her comedic side, and she very much brought that dramatic, tragic side into this of, again, touching on comedic bits when needed, but very much steering into the darkness. However, False Positive wasn't entirely positive. That's a bad pun. The biggest thing that stood out to me that just did not work in this movie was the story. I'm understanding what kind of the themes and the real life aspects that they're going for, but the way that every event, the series of events really played out in this movie very much was convoluted. It got cloudy. It seemed like you're driving down the road and we're like, we're gonna take this exit. But the thing is, you didn't continue on that exit, or the movie didn't. It kind of backtracked a little bit and was like, no, we're gonna go with this different exit. So halfway through, it gets very convoluted with kind of the main motive of what we are going for. For certain things that it's showing, obviously very creepy. The tension is building. The mystery aspects are there. Very thin, might I add. But the way that it doesn't really feel like it stays with one cohesive theme throughout this movie, instead of kind of showing all of these different aspects, which again, the unreliable narrator, I understand, comes into play here, but it does feel like they show maybe a scene here or a scene there, and again, I apologize for being vague, but I'm like, wait, was that real, or was that not real? Does that actually have what is happening? What is at play here in the main movie? So I think that the way the story is kind of structured, it seemingly kind of breaks apart halfway through or 3/4 of the way through, leading to an ending that is very obscure, potentially. And like I mentioned, the thin mystery aspects of it, you know, it's creepy, it's tension, it's trippy here or there, but it doesn't feel like it really ramps up that mystery of really bringing it back to our main character and figuring out what she is going through her point of view. Instead, it's this unreliable narrator that seems to kind of follow a path that might be a little predictable at times, and one that again is very convoluted, where at the end of the movie you might be questioning some scenes that happened previously because they don't really fit with the overall narrative of where this ends. Overall, False Positive is taking this real life aspect of expecting and adding some creep factor to it. With it again really nailing the combination of the horrors but true life aspects here, and the performances from the two dudes, but Ilana Glazer is standout for sure. But with a convoluted story and some predictable bits here or there, I would still recommend checking out False Positive. Again, I had a good time with this. Not even a good time, I had a creepy time with it, but it was a creepily good time, if you will. And it's coming out on Hulu this Friday, so if you're having a stay-in, dreary, rainy weekend, check this one out. In closing, I'm going to give False Positive 3 out of 5 pregnancy tests. So what did you all think of False Positive? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Did you really kind of grasp onto those horrors of potentially expecting, or was this just too convoluted for you? Let me know in the comments down below. Anyways, though, as always, thank you so much for watching. Watch some more videos up there or right over there. You know, brand new content every single week here on the JBuck Studios channel. More stuff coming every single week. Otherwise, follow all of my social media down there, including TikTok and JBuck Shorts, my brand new channel, because I'm putting stuff over there every single day. Like this video, subscribe to the JBuck Studios channel, and until next time, we'll see you later.